Comey with us in the studio. And Nanaba and myself promised that whether he wins or loses, we will dedicate the show to him. And guess what? In the 8th round, he actually did win again. He has still got a perfect record, and we are so proud of him. Well done. Congratulations to Richard Comey for winning the ABU title. Now with us this morning, we have Michael Amo-Bediako, who's the CEO of Streetwise Promotions, who's also the promoter, and Lawrence Carloco, who is the CEO of Bronx Gym Streetwise Promotion, and he also Richard's coach.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First off, congratulations.
Thank you
Obviously,
very
Richard
much.
did a great job, and we're very pleased that this particular segment is not about us, having a go at Richard. It's rather to praise him.
Yeah.
But how was the event on Saturday?
Yeah, firstly, the event went really well, considering that we had short time to plan it. Obviously me being in the UK and me liaising with Carl, it was hectic the last few weeks, but in all, it went very well. We was really pleased with the turnout, really pleased with the people that came. There was, the likes of Joshua Clottey, Azuma Nelson was there and came in support, which was fantastic for us, being our first major show in Ghana, so it was great.
Good stuff. Richard's not with us, obviously, today.
He picked a cold.
He's resting.
Yeah, he picked up a cold just before the fight, funny enough, so...
Yeah.
He's been resting. It's been a hectic time for him as well. So
it's quite funny when you hear somebody as strong as a boxer picking up a cold, and all of a sudden, he's sick.
Well,
it does happen.
Well, it does when they're fit, when they're really primed. Their
He's
immune
human
systems
now.
are down.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you
You must
very
have done
much.
a lot of work.
It's not easy at all. I mean, when you hear Richard having a cold, me, the coach over here, even feeling the same way, but it's all about, because we normally get up in the morning, early in the morning, trying to do some kind of workout. It's all developed this kind of cold, so you have to bear with us. Sorry for Richard not coming here, because it's not
Not a
easy.
problem. Not a problem.
I mean, he got the title, so we can.
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
put that on.
Yeah.
What would you say made Richard stand out in that ring?
Yeah, I mean, for the first place, I mean, to accept or to choose to be a boxer, you need to dedicate yourself to the boxing itself by training, taking everything serious. When you are serious, when you are training hard, when you follow instructions and everything, anytime you go in the ring, you get the result that you want to get. But if you are not serious enough, if you get in the ring, you are not going to get what you want to achieve. So I can bet on the training aspect and the seriousness of the boxer, seriousness of the team of the boxer. That is what gives us the kind of win we are.
Okay, we'll show you pictures, visuals very soon from that bout that saw Richard do it again, this time in the 8th round. So he's done 17
fights, 17 wins.
fights, 17 wins, 17
KOs.
KOs, yeah.
Wow.
So he has a perfect
That's a
record.
good record.
Yeah, it's a perfect record, yeah. And we never set out for him to have that type of record, We couldn't imagine that Richard will be stopping all his opponents.
Yeah.
But like Carl says, his coach says, he's dedicated to his craft. And when you're dedicated to your craft, you get these results, and it's been fantastic.
All right, so you talked about earlier that he will be going to England.
Yeah, we have a date with Derry Matthews, who is the Commonwealth champion.
In Liverpool?
On March the 1st. So hopefully, Richard, I want to get Richard and Carl out to the UK, to my gym in Essex, by the end of January, because it's going to be cold, so I want to get them acclimatised.
Definitely.
Although they've been twice
Especially in
before.
Essex as well.
Yeah, it's very cold out there. But because they've been twice before, but the last 2 times they came, it was in the summer. So I know this time it's going to be cold. So
You haven't been there in winter.
Yeah, actually, not me. We are talking especially about the boxer, because
Okay.
Oh, you feel it too.
someone like me, I've been going out already to the US and other
Yeah.
places, so
Okay,
I
so
know
you
about
know
the winter.
Yeah.
I know what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Serious.
So
Extra
what kind of
preparation.
training regime would you be giving to him this time in the cold?
Yeah, I mean, I have studied him, and I know the kind of training he can take when we are in the gym, and when we are outside the gym. That is where the cold, he will feel much of the cold. So he will work seriously on the road work during the cold time, in between the kind of work I can give to him, so that I can see how he will take. The training. He will receive the training, so
Okay.
we will be okay.
Let's go for the bout now, just in case you haven't seen it yet. Richard Comey stopping his opponent in the 8th round, and it's coming up now.
I'm sincerely proud of you. God bless you. So now let's brace up. Waiting for the two boxes. Quickly, time is running out. They have less than the officials have taken their seats. Off for two!
Okay, so we'll show you the part where the gentleman just went sprawling.
Where he sat on his buttocks.
Okay, let's talk about officiating. It's come up a lot. Boxing in Ghana. I remember, I can't remember the referee's name. He had to step down, get kicked out. I can't remember. Recently, this year.
It was
officiating.
The officiating was fantastic. I mean, obviously you had the ABU officials there, plus you had the Ghana officials there, GBA officials there, because there was obviously not just the ABU title fight, but there was also 3 national title fights on the show. So, I mean, it was important for the officiating. We stressed it before. It was important for the officiating to be very correct, you know, very upstanding. And to be quite honest, it was. You couldn't fault it, not one bit. It was perfect. I mean, officiating gets criticised all over the world, not just Ghana. I've seen many, you know what I mean, decisions, especially in the UK, that, you know, sometimes, you know what I mean, leave it to the imagination. So, you know, it's not just Ghana, so we shouldn't kick ourselves for that.
So, Michael, I mean, in regards to, I mean, you had this event at the Accra Sports Stadium on Saturday. We, looking at the television, could see that there was a nice turnout. It was a good event. It could be a lot better, though, couldn't it?
It could be a lot better.
Considering that I mean, Ghanaians, our history is from boxing as well. I mean, most of our champions and medals are from boxing. So, where do you see this going, or what is it that you think we need or require in order for it to progress?
It could be a lot better. First of all, we have to start from the grassroots upwards. So, with the likes of the ambassador, the amateur squad, you know, the Black Stars, because the Black Bombers, sorry, because you know, next year we're looking at the Commonwealth Games. Now, recently I've been working with Ambassador Kwerku, who's the head of the Ghana Amateur Boxing Authority, and the funding has not been forthcoming. It's been embarrassing, really. When you look at what other countries have spent around the world on their amateur squads, is to compare to Ghana, and I've seen it myself. It's embarrassing, to be quite honest. I mean, I've just heard that Nigeria have even given their amateur squad £1 million for their development. £1 million for their development. Other countries are giving £5 and £10 million towards their development, because it's very important, boxing. And if you don't get at the grassroots level, you're not going to succeed. We can't look to go to the Commonwealth Games next year without our boys going away fighting other countries, but they need the funding for this. You can't just keep fighting the boys out of the same, you know what I mean, clubs all the time. You need to be going abroad, fighting other countries abroad, and unless we get the funding, it's not going to happen, and we're going to go to these international championships and embarrass ourselves, and then we're going to get the blame for it, when if you're not getting the funding, it's going to be impossible to move forward. Impossible.
Do you know how much was allocated to our amateur team?
Well, the last 2 years there's been hardly anything coming. I know a lot of money has gone to football, and it's not like football needs it, you know, it's not like football needs it. I mean, I was inquiring about a space near Carl Loco's gym for in Bukum, in Jamestown in Bukum, for a national boxing centre or bigger boxing centre, because a lot of the boxers come from that area. You know, and I've put this forward to the Sports Council, but nothing, and this was last year, nothing has been forthcoming, nothing has been said about it, and yet they'll be the first to criticise when we don't win no medals at the Commonwealth Games. So unless this comes forward, the professional guys won't progress either, because there'll be no youngsters coming forward to push them. There'll be nothing, no infrastructure in place. So it will just, I mean, with Richard Comey, with the position he's in now, that's only because I came to Ghana and saw him in a gym and saw him working with Carl Loco. I was impressed with his dedication. I was impressed with his craft. I was impressed with the way Carl talked. But I thought I would put some money into Richard. I would fund his career up until now. And the funding that we've given Richard and been able to take Carl and Richard to the UK twice in order for him to be now on the verge of fighting for the Commonwealth title, that's all because of funding. Yeah, that's all because of belief. If you don't have that, you ain't going to get nowhere.
True. Very, very true. We need our nation to believe in our
We've been talking about this for how long?
I know, months and months.
Funding of other
continue to do
sports,
so.
it's quite embarrassing.
Well, I heard the Black Stars got, each player, each squad member, so to speak, got a lot of money to be. I was here to beat Egypt at the Kumar Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, it's your national duty to do that anyway.
Yep.
It's your national duty for us
Didn't
to
we say the same thing?
for the guys to go out there without the added bonus of.
I mean, it's a privilege to wear the Ghana jersey, the colours of Ghana.
Exactly.
Patriotism.
How many kids out there want to play football, let alone represent the Black Stars? So they shouldn't need however much money they got to go out and beat Egypt. They should
No
be doing
fairness,
it anyway.
it wasn't just them. GMPC, why had you?
Anyway,
Maybe they should start, not siphoning, but redirecting their funds towards lesser funded sports, and then maybe my comments towards them will be more.
Well, there are other sports. I mean, look how far back boxing is from football, let alone the other sports that are even further back from boxing.
exactly.
Won't go there. All right, we want to say big thank you to Carl Loco, and big thank you to you also, Michael.
No problem
Amo
at all.
Bediako, for coming in, and also send our congratulations to
We
Richard
will
as
do.
well.
We
Yeah,
will
we'll try
do.
and get him in as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Before he goes to UK to show us off the belt.
Yeah.
All right, thank you ever so much. All right.